And that's where you'll find Mark Norman and Associates. As a parent and local business owner, Mark knows the importance of supporting high school athletics, the athletic program, and Mount Horeb Barneville football. Mark Norman and Associates also knows the importance of buying or selling your property. At First Weber of Mount Horeb, Mark Norman and Associates want to help you find the perfect home in the area, whether it be in the town or in the country. For the expertise and the experience you need, call 608-575-3393 or visit them online, marknorman.firstweber.com. You are listening to the Mount Horeb Vikings on Wisco Radio.
And welcome back to Wisco Radio. Earlier today, Evan sat down with both head coaches. Let's see what they had to say.
How have you adjusted to starting now?
Well, actually, it's been easy because we haven't had too many guys left on the bench, right? And so we've been playing with 9, and the starting 5 certainly did change from the first couple weeks, but it was pretty obvious probably situation with the guys that we had left. So finally tonight we get some guys back, and as far as who starts and who plays, things maybe become a little bit more sticky with our depth now tonight. So, but that's a welcome sight. We've been. Far as who starts and who plays, things maybe become a little bit more sticky with our depth now tonight. So, but that's a welcome sight. We've been hurting for numbers, so this will be good.
Okay, I'm here with the varsity team coach, Coach McKenzie. I have a question for you, sir. Given that you are the leading Badger North Conference team currently, how confident are you in your players' skills to win tonight?
We're always pretty confident to come in and just play to the best of our ability. We try to make sure we're prepared every game. And Mount Horeb is always a tough opponent, and especially in the gym. So, I don't know if it's so much about confidence as we just need to execute tonight and play as hard as we can.
Farmers Savings Bank is proud of their community banking tradition. Farmers Savings Bank is committed to providing a high level of customer service and products to enhance the well-being of the communities they serve. Whether it is for a home, farm, land, or business loan, Farmers Savings Bank has money to lend. Be sure to call your local Mount Horeb Farmers Savings Bank today at 437-2265. Farmers Savings Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Can't make it to the game? Catch it live on WiscoRadio.com or download our mobile app on the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. Dr. Steven Samuelson and Lauren Ta are your local eye care professionals. Any time of year is a great time to schedule your optical exam and your eye care needs. Clear vision starts with healthy eyes, so contact Samuelson Eye Care, 437-3377, to schedule your eye exam today. 437-3377. You'll be glad you did.
You are listening to Wisco Radio.
Do you have an idea for an invention or new product? Do you think companies would be interested in your idea? Do you want to try to get a patent? Then call InventHelp now. InventHelp keeps your idea confidential and explains every step of the invention process. Join the thousands of people just like you who chose InventHelp to pursue their idea. We are experienced. We are working for you. We are InventHelp. Get started with your idea. Call for free information.
Call 1-800-461-2844. That's 1-800-461-2844.
Find all previous stats, replays of past games, and weekly podcasts covering all Vikings athletic action by going to wiscoradio.com and clicking under the Archives podcast tab.
Hey sports fans, be sure to cheer on your local sports team just like Kittleson Landscape has for over 25 years. Like many of you, Craig and his team have students and athletes in the Mount Horeb schools, and they are dedicated to their success and the overall success of the athletic programs. Need a place to go and unwind after the big game? Kittleson Landscape specializes in outdoor fire pits, patios, and much more. To get your free estimate today, call 608-437-8845. Hope you enjoy the game, brought to you by Kittleson Landscape. Go Vikings!
You're listening to Wisco Radio, the leader in Mount Horeb Prep Athletics.
And a welcome back to Mount Horeb, Wisconsin. Tonight the Vikings have a few key players looking to make a return back onto the court. Anthony Lang and Reese Rick both went out with injuries earlier in the season, both looking to make a return tonight. Also, Charlie Fish looking to play his first game of the year, so we'll see what kind of an impact they have tonight, but it'll be interesting to watch that throughout this game. Evan also sat down with a couple players from this Mount Horeb team, and let's see what they had to say.
I am here with Anthony Lang, the sophomore player on the varsity team. Anthony, the Mount Horeb Vikings varsity team is 4-5, with the Vikings up against a team that's best in our conference. What skills do you think could best determine who wins this game?
Well, during practice this week, we really worked on our rebounding and tough defense. Now they're going to be a lot bigger than us, so we have to make sure that we rebound well, especially on the defensive end, and then working hard on defense. I think that'll help us a lot today.
I'm here with Owen Ziegler, the leading scorer on the Mount Horeb varsity team. Owen, I have a question for you. Now that you're getting adjusted to conference play, have you changed anything for your practice to make it better to suit tough competition?
Yeah, so I think the guys, we're a pretty young group, so I think the guys learned that the Badger North is a different type of conference than most conferences. Like, we're pretty physical. It's a pretty physical conference. Like, all the teams are going to battle each night. So I think that what we've done in practice is pick up the intensity more, even especially defensively, because if we can really limit teams' points on the defensive end, and we can have our offense going on some nights, we'll be a pretty tough team to handle. So overall, just intensity, picking it up in practice is what we've been looking for.
I am here with Torin Hanna, another player on the varsity team. I got a question for you, Torin. Knowing that Waunakee is one of the leading Badger North Conference teams, do you have any ideas how to change up something that could lead to a victory for Mount Horeb?
There's not really anything we really need to change. Just got to play hard and know our scouts, know who we got to close out on, and just play hard.
Sounds good.
And a welcome back to Mount Horeb High School. Both teams getting lined up and ready for the national anthem. 30 seconds till the buzzer sounds. Vikings wearing the all-white uniforms tonight. Waunakee wearing the all-purple. I believe with that, we will turn it over to the PA announcer for the national anthem. Job as always by the Mount Horeb High School band as starting lineups are getting ready to be introduced here tonight. 18 minutes on the clock, ready to go here in Mount Horeb. Vikings really needing a win here. Loss here would put them at a 3-3 record in conference. Really not looking to be there, trying to get to 4-2. as the Waunakee starting lineup is introduced. First off is number 0, Caden Nelson. Next is number 2, Jackson Zeibel. Next, number 3, Caden Howe. Number 4, Jake May. And rounding things off is number 33, Andrew Keller. Now for the Vikings starting lineup.
Number 5, Torin Hanna. Number 10, Tyler Banfield. Number 21, Ray Wooler. Number 0, and Owen Ziegler, number 10.
Vikings and Warriors getting ready to tip things off here in Mount Horeb. .18 minutes on the clock, ready to go. Tipping off for Waunakee is number 33, Andrew Keller, and for the Vikings is Torin Hanna. Ball is up. Tip off goes to Tyler Banfield. Tyler bringing it up the court. Over to Jilks. Jilks now to Ziegler. Ziegler back to Jilks. Back to Ziegler at the top. Ziegler driving in left, spinning right. Kicks it out to Wooler for 3 up. No good. Rebounded by Waunakee. Zeibel bringing the ball to the court, pushing it ahead. As the 3 up from the corner is no good. Rebounded by Mount Horeb. Shot up from Jilks is good. First points of the game belong to Carter Jilks. As the Waunakee shot up in good. 3-point basket by Zeibel puts Waunakee up 3-2. Banfield over to Wooler. Wooler down to Jilks in the corner. Jilks trying to go right. Spin move baseline over to Wooler. Wooler driving into the right. Kicks it out to Ziegler. Ziegler at the top. Working on defender. Over to Jilks for 3 up. Rattles out. Rebounded by Howe. Pushing the ball up the court is Waunakee. Back to the top.
Back to the corner number 4. Looks like we're stopping him up to the top. Back to the top to number 2. And then back to the corner number 4. Looks like we're holding him here and keeping from the 3. Oh, and drilled into the number 33, taking it back out. Back to the head to number 0. Back to the corner to number 33. Far corner to 2. Shot up for 3. And it's no good.
Rebounded by Ziegler. That ball just barely rattled out of the hoop as Jilks now has it over to Ziegler for a deep 3. No good. Rebound Waunakee. Pushing it up the court to May. In the corner, shot up, no good. Rebounded by the Vikings. Hanna pushing it up. Nice lay-in, no good though. Hanna with a nice move to get around a defender, but can't get it to fall. At the top for Waunakee, over to the right. Skips it. May with it into the corner. 3 up, no good. Air ball. Rebounded by Mount Horeb. Banfield now bringing the ball up into the corner. 3 up, no good. Banfield with the rebound as a foul will be called on Nelson. Will be Nelson's first foul, first team foul for Waunakee as well. Ziegler inbounding the ball for the Vikings. Finds Jilks. Jilks trying to drive in as they will call a block They'll say no shot, however, so Jilks will not be heading to the free throw line. Banfield now inbounding for the Vikings. Into Hannah. Hannah from the top of the key, 3, no good. Rebounded by Keller. Keller running the point, trying to push it up on Wooler. Over to the left, shot up, no good. Rebounded by Ziegler. Ziegler at the top, over to Jilks. Jilks finds Ziegler. Ziegler driving left. Kicks it to Hannah in the corner. 3 up, good.
These threes that we're hitting here might be the decider in this game here. If Waunakee can't keep up with us, we might be able to just outscore them enough.
Yeah, deciding factor might be the threes. If we can get hot, get some big plays, it'll be huge for the Vikings.
In the corner to number 4. Driving in, pass to 0, and up for 3. It is no good. Back to Jilks, over to Ziegler, taking it up.
Owen Ziegler trying to run a play, calling for a screen. Trying to go somewhere. Jilks, deep 3 up, good. Carter Jilks with a deep 3. Jilks now with 5 points in this one.
Up to the top.
Keller at the top. Kicks it out. Driving left. Out to 3. Zeibel now with it. Over, back to Keller. Skips it across to Nelson. Back to Zeibel. Nelson at the top. Over to May. Vikings playing good defense here. Down low to Keller. Keller being worked on by Wooler. As a shot up, no good. Rebounded by Ziegler. Wooler doing a great job of just playing physical and bodying up Keller, just not allowing him to take an easy shot there on defense.
As long as we can keep the Waunakee team around the 3-point line where they can't get any in, it's the best time.
Hannah with it. Hannah picking up his dribble, giving it to Banfield. Over to Jilks. Jilks to Ziegler. Finding Jilks, now finding Hannah down low as a lay-in is good. Zeibel looking for a foul, flopping to the ground. Trying to draw a charge, but doesn't. Zeibel with it, over to Keller. Keller driving in, over to May. May shot up, no good, rebounded by Jilks. As a foul will be called on Waunakee. Foul will be on number 33, Andrew Keller. Crowd getting into it tonight as the Vikings have been off to a hot start. As looks like it was a technical foul, as Ziegler will be at the free throw line. First free throw is up and good. Ziegler at the line by himself, as Caden Thomas, Anthony Lang, and Charlie Fish all look to check in for the Vikings. Torrin Hannah and Owen Ziegler, the 2 remaining on the court.
Charlie Fish's first play of the year, I believe.
Ziegler, second free throw up and good as well. Drew Reiner checking in for Waunakee, replacing Keller, who just picked up a technical foul.
It'll certainly be interesting to see what Charlie does for this team here.
Certainly tell that the crowd has kind of gotten to the head of the Waunakee players. They've just kind of been a little miscombobulated as Lang 3 up, no good. Rebounded by Fisher. Fisher pushing it up.
A call of out of bounds.
Nice job by Vikings defense to force errant pass, forcing that pass out of bounds.
Ziegler to Fish, he's bringing it back up.
Fish running the point for the Vikings. Fish driving in right, kicking out to Ziegler in the corner. Ziegler pull-up jumper, no good.
Attempted rebound by Thomas there, just unsuccessful. Very close, though.
Gotzler pulls in the rebound as a Waunakee 3 up, no good. Rebounded by Ziegler. As a foul will be called on Waunakee. Ziegler came down with that rebound. Waunakee just kind of slapped at it and got a little piece of Ziegler. will be the 4th team foul for Waunakee in this one. Vikings have yet to pick up a foul in this game.
If we can make ourselves into bonus, I think it'll be the greatest thing we can get here, because if they keep fouling on us, we can certainly just rack up those points.
Ziegler, deep three, no good. Rebounded by Fish. Fish picking up his dribble, finding Ziegler. Now Fish down low, over to Hannah. Hannah laying good. And a timeout, Waunakee. Just a great start to the game for the Vikings. Couldn't have been any better. Up 14-3 to start this one with 11:26 remaining. With that, we will take a quick break. You're listening to Vikings basketball here on Wisco Radio.
When the stadium lights go on, you know it's time for Mount Horeb Barneville football, and that's where you'll find Mark Norman and Associates. As a parent and local business owner, Mark knows the importance of supporting high school athletics, the athletic program, and Mount Horeb Barneville football. Mark Norman and Associates also knows the importance of buying or selling your property. At First Weber of Mount Horeb, Mark Norman and Associates want to help you find the perfect home in the area, whether it be in the town or in the country. For the expertise and the experience you need, call 608-575-3393 or visit them online, marknorman.firstweber.com.
Can't make it to the game? Catch it live on wiscoradio.com or download our mobile app on the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store.
Waunakee bringing the ball up the court. Keller back in the game. At the top of the key is May. May over to the left to Zeibel into the corner. Back to Zeibel at the top. Over to the right. Guarded closely by Fish. At the top. Down low to Keller. Raymond Wooler working on Keller. Keller can't finish. Gets his own rebound as a foul will be called on the shot.
Looked like we were reaching just a little bit too far on that one.
Foul will be on Charlie Fish. His first of the game. Vikings first team foul as well. Vikings up 14-3 with 10:46 left in the first half. Keller at the line for Waunakee. First free throw up and good.
That is the first point made since that initial three at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, Waunakee has been on a scoring drought, not able to put any points up on the board for the last few minutes. This has been just what the Vikings need, as Keller's second free throw, no good. Waunakee gets the rebound, however. Keller at the top, over to May. May back to Keller. Back to May. To the right now. Back to Keller at the top. Back to the right in the corner. Down to Nelson. Driving left. Kicking it out. Over to May. May driving out. Kicking it out. Over to Nelson. Nelson trying to get a three off, but can't. As back to the top. Over to May. May finding Keller down low. Keller not sure where to go with it. Gets it to Nelson. As they will say a 3-second lane violation. So a turnover for the Warriors. Vikings just playing great defense, not allowing any good shots, and just causing the Warriors to have another turnover.
Absolutely.
Defense has just been a great part of this game for the Vikings as Lang pushes it up, trying to get it to Thomas. Can't. Will be deflected out of bounds. Will remain Vikings ball. Anthony Lang inbounding the ball for the Vikings. Vikings running a 4 across. Gets it into Thomas. Thomas over to Ziegler. Ziegler trying to work down in the post. Kicks it out to Thomas for 3. No good. Rebounded by Wooler. They will say it will be off of the Vikings. Out of bounds. Will be Warriors ball. Carter Jokes checking back into this one, replacing Charlie Fish. May running the point for the Warriors. May down to the right. Over to Keller. Keller finding May. Down low. Thomas closely guarding the Warrior as May tries to drive in, kicks it out. Over to Nelson at the top. May with it. May over to Nelson in the corner. 3 up and rattles out. Rebounded by the Warriors and put back in for a lay-in. One thing that the Vikings can't do in this one is allow too many offensive rebounds. Lang bringing it up. Waunakee showing a full court press. Back to Lang. Lang open, wide open for 3, up and good. 17-6, Vikings lead with 8:45 left in the first half.
It seems like Waunakee's end may very well be the Vikings' free game here.
Waunakee with it. Driving to left, driving in. May can't finish. Rebounded by Wooler. Hands it off to Ziegler. Ziegler pushing it up the court. Up to Jilks. Jilks back to Ziegler. Ziegler, nice crossover, trying to finish. Gets a shot blocked. As they will say, it will go out of bounds off of Waunakee.
To me, that looked like a behind the back from Jake May there. It looked like he came right behind him for that ball.
Ziegler with a very nice crossover on that last play to create some space and try to work in for the lay-in. Lang inbounding. Finds Wooler down low, wide open for the easy lay-in. Zeibel bringing it up for Waunakee. Keller at the top. Kicks over to the right.
Number 2.
Back to the top. Over to the left. Nelson with it at the top. Down low. Zeibel trying to drive in. Can't get anything going. Down low to Nelson. Nelson in the post. Guarded by Ziegler. Zeibel trying to drive in. Can't. Guarded by Lang. Back to the top to Keller. Keller trying to spin in and gets the lay-in. Keller just kind of spinning his way into the lane, getting an easy basket. Ziegler bringing it up, closely guarded by Zeibel. Kicks it over to Jilks in the corner for 3, wide open, and he gets it to go. Carter Jilks on fire tonight from the three-point line. Jilks now with 8 points.
In the corner to number 12, closely guarded by Ziegler. Back to the top of the key, number 2 driving in. A close layup almost made there, recovered by Ziegler.
Ziegler pushing it up. Rick now in the game. Rick sets a screen, kicks it out to Jilks for another 3, up and good. Carter Jilks with yet another 3 in this one. Vikings now up 25-8 with 6:30 left in this half. Dotzler at the top. Dotzler over to the right. Over to Nelson. Nelson down to the corner. As a foul will be called. Foul will be on Reese Rick. His first of the game, just the second team foul for the Vikings, however. So Vikings still have a lot of fouls to give. Don't need to be afraid to play physical and be worried about picking up fouls. Don't have any players with foul trouble. So Vikings in a great position right now.
So far, this underdog story seems to be leading us and leaving the Waunakee about a third of our points currently. Out into the corner, number 11, back to the top to 13, looking for someone to pass. And a shot made by number 12 off the... Back to the top to number 12, driving in, back to the corner. And a 3 made by number 1.
3-point basket is good by Driscoll. Vikings lead now 25-11 as Hannah has a nice spin move. Hands it off to Nelson. Jilks in the corner for another 3. Rattles out. Almost gets it to go. Zeibel with it. Over to Driscoll. Driscoll over to the right.
Into the corner to number 2, closely guarded by Tyler Banfield. Driving in. Back to the top to number 1, also driving in. Pass back out to the corner. Driving in once again, back to top of the key by number 12. 3 made.
3 is good by Casey Fisher as a Mount Horeb timeout will be taken we will take one with them as well. You're listening to Mount Horeb Basketball here on Wisco Radio.
The Grand Stay Hotel and Suites is a brand new hotel in Mount Horeb. The Grand Stay caters to business and leisure travelers and is ideal for individuals and families. In a convenient location near Madison, Grand Stay is also a great option for guests visiting neighboring Barneveld or Epic Systems in Verona. We offer clean, comfortable rooms, free hot breakfast, an indoor pool, hot tub, and a 24-hour fitness center. To see pictures, visit grandstaymount.horeb.com. Book online or call 608-437-5200 to make your reservation today.
You're listening to Wisco Radio, the leader in Mount Horeb Prep Athletics.
And a welcome back here to Mount Horeb High School. The Vikings up on Waunakee 25-14 with 5:12 left in this first half. Waunakee starting to get hot right before that timeout break. Vikings calling the timeout, trying to cool them down a little bit. Vikings looking to get their rhythm back. Inbounding it is Ziegler. Ziegler finding Jilks. Jilks back to Ziegler. Ziegler bringing the ball up the court for the Vikings. Hands it off to Fish. Fish to Banfield. Over to Ziegler. Ziegler to Hanna. Hanna on the elbow. Over to Ziegler for three. Up, no good. Rattles out. Rebounded by Driscoll. Driscoll now pushing it up for Waunakee over to the right. Trying to go baseline and gets swatted by Fish. What an athletic play by Fish, just jumping and swatting that ball way out of bounds.
It's clear the talent he already brings in just this very first game.
Yeah, Fish in his first game of the year having a very effective game.
Especially against the Warriors here. It seems like there's a lot heavier energy in the crowd, excited by our current lead of 11 points.
Back to the top to Nelson. Nelson over to the right. Trying to go down low. Kicks it back out. Back to the top. Nelson over to Zeibel. Zeibel trying to set things up. Guarded by Banfield. Zeibel now over to Driscoll. Driscoll over to Nelson. Nelson back to the top. To Driscoll. Zeibel trying to drive in. Can't. Driscoll now trying to drive in. Kicks it out. Back to Zeibel at the top. As Waunakee will have an errant pass. Zeibel trying to find Fisher, but is unable to. Goes way out of bounds. And it will be Vikings ball. Vikings playing just great defense in this one. If they can keep this up, things are looking in their favor. But that they just have to keep playing the defense like they are, making Waunakee really work for a shot and not allowing them any open looks.
Pass in by Tyler Banfield to Owen Ziegler, leading up to the top, guarded by number 4. Screen by Tyler Banfield into the corner.
Over to Lang. Lang driving left. Kicks it to Hanna down low. Gets the easy layup. Over in the corner, back to the top. Over to the right.
Into the corner, number 4. Back to the long pass to number 11, back to the top of the key. Number 0, back to the corner again to the right. Looks like they're trying to get a pass here, and this three-point defense isn't stopping. Up in a big 3, missed, and a attempted rebound in from the sideline by number 11 failed. Anthony Lang will be inbounding this ball. Oh, sorry, Owen Ziegler. Guarded by number 33.
Last 3 was an air ball by the Warriors as they pass it up to Ziegler. Ziegler going all the, Hanna going all the way. Torrin Hanna going down low and finishing strong. 2:56 left in this half. Vikings up 29-14. May working on Banfield. Kicks it to Keller. Back to the corner. Skips it across to Nelson. Nelson wanting to shoot a deep three as a foul will be called on Ziegler. Will be Ziegler's first of the game, third team foul for the Vikings. Wooler checking into the game for Anthony Lang. Waunakee looking to run a line play. May inbounding it. Up to Keller. Over to Dotzler. Dotzler over to May. May kicks it to Nelson. Nelson over to the right. Dotzler now setting things up at the top. Hands it off to Nelson. Warriors looking to take their time and wind this clock down. Clock's at 2:15 as a 3-up, no good. Rebound Vikings. As they try to throw it up to Wooler. Will be off of Waunakee, tipped out of bounds. So will remain Vikings ball.
That one just skipped off the tip of the finger of number 3.
Vikings trying to throw it way up the court to Wooler, who is down near their basket. Tipped out of bounds, however, by number 3, Caden Howe. Banfield inbounding it. Gets it into Ziegler. Ziegler driving with his left. Spin move right. Gets it to Jilks. Jilks kicking it back to Ziegler for 3 up. No good. Rebounded by Keller.
Number 33 drilling his way in. A foul called. On number 0, Carter Jilks.
Jilks' first foul of the game. 14th foul for the Vikings. Both teams now with 4 fouls. So not very many fouls called in this half as Keller's first free throw up and good. 1:50 left in this half. Vikings lead 29-15. As Keller gets ready for his second free throw, which is also good. Vikings trying to break the Waunakee press. Skips it up to Ziegler. Ziegler gives it to Banfield. Over to Jilks. Jilks to Hannah. Hannah in the corner. Kicks it back to Jilks for 3. Good. Carter Jilks with yet another 3. This one from the corner as Zeibel will bring the ball up for Waunakee. Over to Nelson. Nelson over to the right. Nelson now trying to drive in as a foul will be called. Foul will be on Ray Wooler, just his first of the game as well. Vikings now with 5 team fouls. Vikings still have 2 fouls to give before they are in bonus.
Number 4 inbounding it.
Gets it into Zeibel. Zeibel at the top. Zeibel working left. Gives it off. Keller at the top. Working on Jilks. Zeibel guarded closely by Fish. Kicks it out to May. May trying to finish. Can't. Ball's up in the air. Rebounded by Dotzler as another Waunakee shot up. No good. Rebounded by Hannah. Hannah coming down with a huge rebound there. 32-16 your score with 40 seconds left in this half. Jilks with the ball. Jilks gets it in the corner.
Looks like the Vikings are doing their best here just to stall out these last 30 seconds.
Jilks just kind of standing out in the corner. Still has dribbled. Decides to give it to Hannah. Back to Jilks. Jilks gives it to Ziegler. 15 seconds left in this first half. Back to Jilks now. Back to Ziegler. Ziegler at the top.
8 seconds left.
Working on May. Ziegler kind of stuck. Gives it to Wooler down low. Can't finish. Nelson with it. Chucks up a half-court shot. No good. At halftime, Vikings lead 32-16. We will take a quick break. You're listening to Vikings basketball here on Wisco Radio.
Mutual Insurance, keeping Wisconsin strong.
The Jared Nelson Agency is a proud supporter of Viking athletics. Known as the top farm insurer in Wisconsin, the Jared Nelson Agency is also your source for commercial, home, auto, and life insurance. Call 437-4020 or stop by the office at 211 West Main Street, Mount Horeb, to protect what matters most.
Rural Mutual Insurance, keeping Wisconsin strong.
This is Wisco Radio. Are you in need of chiropractic services? Dr. Joe Ryan at Mount Horeb Chiropractic will provide the finest chiropractic care to each and every patient. Dr. Ryan uses advanced spinal correction and chiropractic adjustments utilizing state-of-the-art techniques. Dr. Ryan has years of training, expertise, and experience in helping patients get relief from their back pain, neck pain, and other related conditions. Located at 1840 Business Highway 18151 next to Pizza Hut, or call 608-437-0099 to set up an appointment today.
You are listening to Vikings basketball right here on Wisco Radio.
Farmer Savings Bank is proud of their community banking tradition. Farmer Savings Bank is committed to providing a high level of customer service and products to enhance the well-being of the communities they serve. Whether it is for a home, farm, land, or business loan, Farmer Savings Bank has money to lend. Be sure to call your local Mount Horeb Farmer Savings Bank today at 437-2265. Farmer Savings Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Follow us on Twitter and Facebook at Wisco Radio for photos, stats, the tip tracker, and much more.
And a welcome back here to Mount Horeb High School. At halftime, the Vikings lead Waunakee 32-16, a score that not many people expected going into halftime. Vikings quite the underdog coming into this one. As we mentioned, Waunakee 5-0 in conference play this season, so Vikings looking to give them their first loss in conference play. Vikings have done a really good job defensively this game and also offensively. Carter Jilks being hot from the three-point line, putting 14 points up on the board. Evan, what do you think the Vikings can do to improve on play in the second half?
I think our defense has been spectacular. Our offense has been spectacular. As in games past, our stamina has been lost in the second half. If we can keep this energy up and this stamina up as we have in the first half, just drilling these three-pointers and keeping Waunakee at their very ineffective three-point shots, if we can keep them where we have them right now, I think we can easily clinch this game and be a pretty great upset to the Waunakee Spirit here.
Yeah, kind of the big thing is just don't let them kind of lessen the lead that we have right now. Keep a comfortable lead. If they get a 2-point basket, you just go back and get a 2-point basket. So they just gotta kind of keep that mentality of just scoring on every possession and just trying to put as many points up on the board as possible. And with that, I believe we will take a break. You're listening to Wisco Radio. We'll be right back.
Play in Wisconsin, the largest selection and the lowest prices on swing sets, basketball hoops, trampolines, backyard courts, sports training products, and much more. Try it first at Play in Wisconsin, Parmenter Street in Middleton, or playinwisconsin.com.
Did you know that one of the top global providers of 3D printing and additive manufacturing services is located right here just outside of Mount Horeb? Since 2001, Midwest Prototyping has been creating parts and prototypes for companies worldwide. To learn more, visit MidwestProto.com. Midwest Prototyping proudly supports Mount Horeb students through internships, technical education programs, and athletics. Go Vikings!
Play in Wisconsin is your local home court headquarters for everything basketball. From driveway hoops to indoor-outdoor home courts, find the perfect addition for your family. Visit playinwisconsin.com or stop by Wisconsin's only basketball showroom to see all the features before you buy. Try it first at Play in Wisconsin.
Wisco Radio, home of the Mount Horeb Vikings.
It's an exciting time to work at Land's End in Dodgeville. Our distribution and call centers are hiring for first and second shift holiday part-time jobs. We offer flexible schedules in a variety of positions. Plus, you'll get access to our amazing employee discount, on-site clinic, and fitness center, and so much more. Starting wage is $13.25 to $14.25 an hour, with premium wages up to $21.38 per hour for select peak dates. In addition, we offer weekend and evening premium pay. Apply today at landsend.com/jobs. That's landsend.com/jobs.
You're listening to Wisco Radio, the leader in Mount Horeb Prep Athletics.
Hey sports fans, be sure to cheer on your local sports team just like Kittleson Landscape has for over 25 years. Like many of you, Craig and his team have students and athletes in the Mount Horeb schools, and they are dedicated to their success and the overall success of the athletic programs. Need a place to go and unwind after the big game? Kittleson Landscape specializes in outdoor fire pits, patios, and much more. To get your free estimate today, call 608-437-8845. Hope you enjoy the game, brought to you by Kittleson Landscape. Go Vikings!
Find all previous stats, replays of past games, and weekly podcasts covering all Vikings athletic action by going to wiscoradio.com and clicking under the Archives podcast tab.
When the stadium lights go on, you know it's time for Mount Horeb Barneville football, and that's where you'll find Mark Norman and Associates. As a parent and local business owner, Mark knows the importance of supporting high school athletics, the athletic program, and Mount Horeb Barneville football. Mark Norman and Associates also knows the importance of buying or selling your property. At First Weber of Mount Horeb, Mark Norman and Associates want to help you find the perfect home in the area, whether it be in the town or in the country. For the expertise and the experience you need, call 608-575-3393 or visit them online, marknorman.firstweber.com.
Wisco Radio, home of the Mount Horeb Vikings.
The Grand Stay Hotel and Suites is a brand new hotel in Mount Horeb. The Grand Stay caters to business and leisure travelers and is ideal for individuals and families. In a convenient location near Madison, Grand Stay is also a great option for guests visiting neighboring Barneveld or Epic Systems in Verona. We offer clean, comfortable rooms, free hot breakfast, an indoor pool, hot tub, and a 24-hour fitness center. To see pictures, visit grandstaymount.horeb.com, book online, or call 608-437-5200 to make your reservation today.
Now it's time to get back to the Vikings athletic action, brought to you live right here on Wisco Radio.
Question. When you walk into the boardrooms of the most successful companies here in Wisconsin, who do you meet? Answer. Men and women who play high school sports. Education-based high school sports give us more than athletes we can root for. They give us leaders we can depend on. Question. So where will we find tomorrow's leaders? Answer. High school sports.
This message presented by the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
You are listening to the Mount Horeb Vikings on Wisco Radio.
Plain Wisconsin, the largest selection and the lowest prices on swing sets, basketball hoops, trampolines, backyard courts, sports
Dr.
training
Steven
products, and
Samuelson
much more.
Lauren Ta,
Try
your
it
local
first
eye
at
care
Plain
professional.
Wisconsin, Parmenter Street
Anytime
in
of year
Middleton,
is a great
or
time to schedule your optical
plainwisconsin.com.
exam and your eye care needs. Clear vision starts with healthy eyes, so contact Samuelson Eye Care, 437-3377 to schedule your eye exam today. 437-3377. You'll be glad you did.
Plain Wisconsin is your local home court headquarters for everything basketball. From driveway hoops to indoor-outdoor home courts, find the perfect addition for your family. Visit plainwisconsin.com or stop by Wisconsin's only basketball showroom to see all the features before you buy. Try it first at Plain Wisconsin.
You are listening to an exclusive interview brought to you only by Wisco Radio.
And a welcome back to Mount Horeb High School. Things getting ready to start here in the second half. Both teams back on the court, warming up. Key for the Vikings in this second half is really just to stop Keller. Keller has been a monster on the offensive side of the ball for the Warriors. So I believe if they can stop him, they'll have a really successful second half. Also, just playing all-around great defense. Vikings, just what they need to do. Offensive side of the ball just need to stay hot shooting. So Vikings really just need to carry over what they did in the first half to the second half in order to win this game.
Absolutely. I think it's going to be absolutely crucial to this game that we keep this stamina up, this energy up, especially just the the lightning in the crowd that we've had so far. I think it's kind of messing with the Warriors' head almost a little bit, considering the fact that we've kept this energy going, we've kept this game going, just on the tips of our toes. At this point, it is 32-16. We have doubled their score in a game against the biggest, the greatest team so far in the Badger North Conference, and we are just dominating so far, at least in the first half. And so it'll be interesting to see what we are and where we'll go in this second half. See if we'll keep them there or not.
Warriors getting the ball to start this second half. Nelson with it down low, working on Ziegler. Can't finish. Rebound, Hannah.
Ziegler over in the corner to Tyler Banfield. Long pass thrown to Jilks.
Hannah with it, back to Jilks. Jilks at the top over to Wooler. Wooler back to Hannah. Hannah wanting to pull a three. Doesn't. As a foul will be called. Waunakee foul will be on number 4, Jake May, his second of the game. First team foul for the for the Warriors this half. Inbounding it to Waller. Waller gets it to Ziegler as another foul will be called.
Pushed out by number 4 there, Jake May. I think he tripped up a little bit there and got him right out of bounds. Inbounding is Ziegler.
Ziegler looking to inbound on the sideline right by the Vikings bench. Gets it into Banfield. Banfield trying to drive in. Goes baseline. Meets a body. Kicks it back out to Hannah. Ziegler. And then finding Hannah down low. Hannah missing a shot. Getting his own offensive rebound twice now. Kicks it back out to Banfield for 3. Good. 3-point basket by Tyler Banfield. Puts the Vikings up 35-16 now. Great job by Hannah just to play physical down low and just keep getting his own offensive rebound, giving the Vikings more opportunities on the offensive side of the ball. Nelson with it now. Over to Zeibel. Zeibel in the corner. Gets it to the top to Howe. Over to Zeibel. Zeibel driving baseline. Kicks it to Keller. Keller gets it blocked by Hannah. Pushes it up to Banfield. Banfield slowing things down. Gives it to Ziegler. Ziegler trying to drive in. Kicks it to Hannah in the corner for 3. Up and good. Torrin Hannah from the corner for 3.
It seems that energy is still there with the crowd and with the players.
Yeah, Vikings players really getting into it. Really getting hyped up after the shots. And just they feel great about this game right now as Waunakee 3 up and good. 3 is made by Caden Howe.
Passed in by Ziegler to Banfield. Looks like he's slowly just walking his way up the court. Met by number 11. Looking for a quick pass.
Gets it to Jilks. Jilks to the corner. To Banfield. Banfield back to Jilks. Jilks 3 up and good. Vikings with 3 3-pointers so far in this second half. 15:30 left in the second half. Vikings up 41-19 on Waunakee. Zeibel bringing the ball up. Over to Dotzler. Gives it to Howe. Nelson now with it. Nelson driving right. Spin move down low and gets the easy basket.
Banfield once again bringing it up.
41-21 now your score with 15 minutes left in this game. Hannah setting a screen for Banfield. Banfield trying to get it to Waller. Will be tipped out of bounds off of Waunakee. Will remain Vikings ball. Checking in for the Vikings is Anthony Lang and Charlie Fish. replacing Tyler Banfield and Owen Ziegler. Inbounding it for the Vikings is Raymond Muller. Gets it to Hannah. Hannah tiptoeing, making sure he doesn't go over that half-court line. Working his way down low, kicks it to Wooler in the corner for three, up and good. The Vikings just on fire from the three-point line so far in this second half. As a Waunakee three-pointer up, no good. Rebounded by Waunakee, however. Driving right, kicks it out to Nelson. Nelson now driving left. Finds Zeibel. Zeibel at the top. Spinning to his left. Kicks it to Dotzler. Dotzler now over to Howe. Howe three-pointer up. No good. Rebounded by Hannah. Hannah kicks it to Fish. Fish bringing the ball up the court for the Vikings.
Charlie Fish's skills here have clearly been showing. The top scorer on the court currently. Rebound made by number 13. Back to one, bringing it up. Long pass thrown to number 2, looking for a 3. Back to the top of the key to 0. Turned in by 13, juking out Raymond Wooler for a 2-pointer.
Torrin Hannah going to be inbounding it to Fish. Fish running the point again for the Vikings. Fish with it. (44-23) score with 13 minutes left as a foul will be called. Mount Horeb foul will be on Anthony Lang, his first of the game. Vikings first team foul. Checking in for the Warriors is Driscoll and Fisher. Bringing the ball up for them is Zeibel. 13:25 left in this game. Vikings up 44-23. Fisher with it at the top. Trying to find someone. Gets it to the left. Over to Dotzler. Long two-pointer up, no good. Rebounded by Reiner. Reiner over to Zeibel. Over to Fisher. Fisher working on Hannah. Over to Zeibel. Anthony Lang guarding Zeibel. Trying to drive baseline. Wooler is there with the help. Over to Fisher. Fisher now to Driscoll for the three-pointer from the top of the key. Good. Gets it in to Lang. Jilks throws it up to Hannah. Hannah crossing half court. Hannah over to Fish in the corner. Fish stuck in the corner without a dribble as the Vikings will need to take a timeout. We will take one with them as well. You're listening to Mount Horeb Basketball here on Wisco Radio.
Farmers Savings Bank is proud of their community banking tradition. Farmers Savings Bank is committed to providing a high level of customer service and products to enhance the well-being of the communities they serve. Whether it is for a home, farm, land, or business loan, Farmers Savings Bank has money to lend. Be sure to call your local Mount Horeb Farmers Savings Bank today at 437-2265. Farmers Savings Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You're listening to Wisco Radio, the leader in Mount Horeb Prep Athletics.
Welcome back here to Mount Horeb High School. Vikings up 44-26 on Waunakee with 12:32 left in this game. Vikings with the ball on their side of the court. Ziegler inbounding it. Tries to get it into Lang and will go out of bounds off of Lang. Zeibel making a great play. Kind of touched it, bobbled it, and somehow managed to throw it off of Lang and goes out of bounds. So it will be Warriors ball. Inbounding it is Dotzler. Dotzler gets it into Driscoll. Driscoll over to Zeibel. Zeibel now to Fisher. Fisher holding it for a long time. Gives it over to Driscoll. Driscoll now to Dotzler. Dotzler trying to get it down low as a foul will be called on Caden Thomas. His first of the game. Coach Nessheim not too happy with that foul on Caden Thomas as they get it in to Dotzler. Dotzler over to Fisher. Fisher over to Zeibel. Seibel driving in through traffic. Can't manage to finish. Rebound by Torrin Hanna. Hanna hands it off to Ziegler. Ziegler gives it to Lang. Lang working on Seibel. Finds Hanna down low, and a block will be called. Torrin Hanna will be going to the line for 2 free throws. One thing that there hasn't been a ton of in this game is free throws. There have only been a few. As referee blows the whistle, I believe to give the Waunakee head coach a warning. 11:45 left in this one as Torrin Hanna makes his first free throw. Vikings now up 45-26. Reese Rick checking in for Carter Jilks. Torrin Hanna getting ready to shoot his second free throw. Second free throw rattles out. Rebounded by Seibel. Over to Dotzler. Dotzler over to Fisher. Fisher trying to find Reiner down low. Reiner sets the screen. Gets over to Seibel. Over to Dotzler. Dotzler back to Seibel. Over to Driscoll. Driscoll over to Dotzler. Seibel now with it at the top. Over to Fisher. Deep three up. No good. Rebounded by Driscoll. Driscoll with no one around him just gets an easy put in for the easy 2 points. Kind of an awkward situation as no one's on him as Ziegler has fought for the ball as a jump ball will be called. Kind of a questionable call there as a couple of Waunakee Warriors just came in flinging their arms at the ball, swatting at it.
Slapping at it a little, yeah.
Vikings fans, players, and coaches all kind of wanting a foul called there. Jump ball's called. Will remain Vikings ball, however. Lang gets it into Thomas. Back to Lang. Lang driving up the court. Gets it across half court. Lang kicking out to Ziegler. Ziegler near the Vikings bench. As a foul will be called. Foul is on Driscoll, his first of the game. Waunakee's 4th team foul in this half. 10:46 left in this game as Lang gets it into Hanna. No good. Vikings up 45-28 with 10:40 left in this one.
If they can keep the fouls away, the Waunakee would be doing a little bit better here, but they just keep getting out, keep slapping at the ball there.
As a Mount Horeb foul will be called. Foul will be on Ziegler. Ziegler's second foul of the game. Seibel will be inbounding it for Waunakee. As gets it into Reiner. Reiner almost lets the pass go right through his hands as another Mount Horeb foul will be called. This one on Rick. His second of the game. Jilks and Waller checking in for Thomas and Rick. Waller, who started the year out on JV, now getting a lot of varsity playing time and contributing a lot to this varsity team. Seibel gets it into Reiner. Reiner trying to drive right. Kicks out to Fisher. Back to Seibel at the top. Seibel finding Dotzler. Dotzler backing it out to the top. Hands it off to Seibel. Seibel over to Reiner. Reiner driving in, kicks it out to Driscoll. Driscoll to Fisher. Fisher shot fake, gets Hanna to jump as Driscoll's able to drive baseline. Over to Dotzler. Dotzler over to Fisher. Fisher over to Seibel. Seibel, deep three, no good. Rebounded by Dotzler. Dotzler kicks it out to Driscoll for a shot, no good. Rebounded by Ziegler. Ziegler passes it up to Hanna. Hanna almost bobbles it. Almost falls right into the hands of Waunakee as Hanna tries to go up for a shot. Shot is blocked. Vikings wanting a foul call. Waunakee now with it down on their end of the court. Reiner driving right in, no good. Fought for the rebound, gets his own rebound, kicks it out to Zeibel. Now over to Fisher. Fisher down low to Dotzler. Dotzler back to Reiner. Reiner at the top. Down low to Dotzler again. As the play is blown dead. And a 3-second call will be another Waunakee turnover. Waunakee coach not happy about that one. 3-second call in this game on Waunakee. Ziegler getting it to Jokes. Back to Ziegler. Skipping it up to Lang across half court. Lang in the corner. Back to Jokes. Jokes over to Ziegler. Deep three up and no good. Rebounded by Keller.
This full court press seems to be rarely affecting the Vikings.
Yeah, Vikings been able to break the press easy tonight as Zeibel finds Driscoll down low. Finishes and gets the and one. Driscoll will be heading to the line for a free throw for the chance for a three-point play.
Foul called on Charlie Fish.
5th team foul for the Vikings as Banfield looks to check into the game for Lang. Driscoll at the line for the Warriors. Free throw up and good. Ziegler will be inbounding it. Gets it into Banfield. Banfield pushing it across half court pretty easily into the corner. Dribbling all the way down low. Tries to finish and gets it in. Tyler Banfield with a great play. Able to kind of go coast to coast. Just drive all the way to the basket and get the 2 points.
I'll say it once again. This full court press is doing very little to stop the Vikings.
Vikings up 47-31 with 8:20 left in this one. Zeibel now with it in the corner. Gets it to Nelson. Nelson back to Zeibel. Zeibel driving baseline as the pass will be swatted out of bounds by Ziegler. Ziegler with a nice defensive play to stop the baseline pass over to the corner, which would have been a wide open three. It's a very nice job by Ziegler. Zeibel gets it in to Dotzler, over to Keller. Keller gets it to Nelson, who shoots a quick three, and good. 47-34 now the score. Vikings lead with 8 minutes left. Banfield working it, trying to get it across half court, gets it to Wooler. Wooler over to Ziegler. Ziegler now across half court, over to Banfield. Banfield taking his time, just kind of dribbling it up top. Over to Waller. Waller over to Fish. Fish with a nice crossover. Trying to work in. Gets it to Banfield. Banfield at the top. Near the Mount Horeb student section. Drives with his left. Tries to go all the way in. And kicks it out to Jilks for three. And good. Carter Jilks from the three-point line yet again tonight. 50-34 now your score with 7 minutes left to play in this one.
Carter Jilks 20 points so far, mostly made up by three-point shots, wide open from the three.
Keller gets it over to Driscoll. Now Zeibel with it at the top, three-pointer up, no good. Rebounded by Banfield, and a foul will be called on Driscoll.
This crowd electrified by these foul plays here. As the full court press is once again in play.
Owen Ziegler looking to inbound it in for the Vikings. And Ziegler gets it into Hanna. Hanna over to Ziegler. Ziegler over to Banfield. 6:40 left in this one. Vikings up 50-34. Jilks with it in the corner. Passes it out to Ziegler. Ziegler driving right. Kicks it to the corner for three. Up. No good. Rebounded by Reiner. Torrin Hanna three-pointer is no good. As Nelson three-pointer from the corner up, no good. Trying to be rebounded by Tyler Banfield. As another foul will be called on Waunakee. May inbounding it for the Warriors into Keller. Keller at the top of the key. Driving all the way in. Doesn't get the basket, but draws the foul. So Keller will be headed to the free throw line for 2 free throws. Vikings with a 16-point lead. Score is 50-34 with just above 6 minutes to play here in this one. Waunakee will now be in bonus for the rest of this one. Waunakee with 5 team fouls. Vikings with 7. First free throw from Keller is good. Score is now 50-35. Dotzler looks to check in for Waunakee. Checking in for Reiner.
This lead has been consistent over the game. Originally 16, leading to 20, now back down to 15. I'm wondering if the Vikings will be able to keep that long length of the next 6 minutes.
Second free throw from Keller is up and no good. Rebounded by Hanna. As you're kind of saying, just kind of try to keep that cushion as a travel will be called on Hanna. Vikings fans wanting a foul call. Hanna had 3 defenders on him. Didn't really have anywhere to go. As it will be Waunakee ball. Gets it into Keller. Keller at the top. Down low to Dotzler. Guarded by Jokes. Dotzler good for the lay-in. Vikings lead now cut down to 13. Ziegler inbounding it. Gets it to Waller. Gets it to Jokes. Jokes across half court. Jokes with it. Over to Banfield. Banfield guarded by Nelson. Down to Jokes in the corner. Jokes skips it. Over to Ziegler. Ziegler working baseline. Over to Banfield. Other corner up to Jokes. Top of the key for 3. Good! Carter Jokes now with 23 points on the night. 53-37. Now your score. Nelson with it at the top for Waunakee. Trying to drive in as a travel will be called. Nelson trying to spin in on the Vikings and just drags his feet, doesn't dribble. Gets the travel call as Zybel looks to check in for Driscoll. Fish also checking in for the Vikings, in for Wooler. 5:09 left in this one. 53-37, your score, Vikings lead. Ziegler gets it into Fish. Fish going all the way up the court.
Nearly stolen by number 4. Back to Jokes in the corner.
Jokes now with it. Trying to drive baseline. Kicks it out to Banfield. Banfield open at the three-point line, elected not to take it and to run down this clock as a foul will be called on Nelson. Nelson not liking that call, discussing it with the ref.
With the Warriors officially being in bonus now. And Vikings not far away with six fouls against them.
Ziegler gets it into Jokes. Jokes gets it to Hanna. Hanna with it. Kicks it out to Ziegler for 3. Good. Owen Ziegler for 3. 4:35 left. 56-37 now the score. Keller at the top of the key. Tries to drive in. Hanna tries to draw the foul. Zybel 3 up. No good. Rebound by Ziegler. Ziegler pushing it up the court. Starting to slow things down. As gets it to Jokes. Down to Banfield down low. Can't finish. Zybel bringing the ball up for Waunakee. Gets it to May. May skips it to Nelson. Down to Zybel in the corner. As a foul will be called. Foul is on Torrin Hanna. Just his first of the game. Vikings' 8th team foul. Wooler checking into the game for Fish. Keller at the line for bonus. Keller, first free throw is up and good. Reiner now checking in for May. Keller, second free throw is up and good as well. Ziegler inbounding it, gets it to Jilks. Jilks over to Banfield. Banfield across half court, going all the way to the hoop, decides to stop. Over to Hanna. Hanna wide open in the corner for three, elects not to take it. Vikings deciding to run down this clock with 3:45 left. 56-39 your score, Vikings lead. Banfield near the top, into the corner, over to Ziegler. Ziegler now with it at the top.
Looking to run out the time here. Ziegler's just sitting at the top of the key, waiting, dribbling the ball. And a pass made to Jilks.
Yeah, Vikings just taking all the time they want here. They don't need any time left in this one, so just running the clock all the way down as Hanna will be fouled by Zybel. Waunakee most likely going to foul for the rest of this game, even with 3 minutes left. Score is 56-39 with 3:12 left as Hanna will head to the line for bonus. Vikings now in the bonus with that last foul. Hanna, first free throw is up and no good. Rebounded by Dotzler. Dotzler gives it to Zybel. Zybel hands it off. Gets it to Keller. Keller driving all the way in and gets the easy bucket. Ziegler trying to inbound it. And pass is stolen. Three up from Howe is good. 56-44 now the score with 2:45 left. Ziegler gets it to Banfield.
It seems this press is finally just starting to work now.
Vikings get it across half court. Jilks with it. Jilks getting it to Ziegler. 2:30 left. Vikings up by 12, 56-44. Ziegler with it at the top. Ziegler now getting double teamed. Gets it to Hanna and over to Jilks. Ziegler now with it. Vikings trying to run down the clock here with 2:13 left. Ziegler gets a foul drawn. Dotzler will be called with the foul, and Ziegler will head to the line for 1-1.
8 fouls on both teams. Each team, of course, in bonus. 12-point lead by the Vikings with 2 minutes, 10 seconds left.
Ziegler getting ready for his first free throw. First one is up and rattles in. These free throws are what is crucial for the Vikings. It's what we mentioned pregame. They need to knock down these free throws and keep this lead where it is at in order to win this game. Ziegler, second free throw, good as well.
Now adding up to a 14-point lead.
2 minutes left. Zybel bringing it up over to Keller. Keller trying to drive in and gets it. Keller now with 12 points in this one. Ziegler gets it to Banfield. Banfield over to Jilks. Jilks across half court. Gets it to Hanna. Hanna will be fouled by Zybel. Hanna will head to the line for 1-1. One more foul and the Vikings will be in double bonus. So they will be shooting 2 free throws for the rest of this one as Anthony Lang looks to check in for Tyler Banfield. Torrin Hanna, first free throw, good. Hanna now looking for his second free throw. Up and rattles out. Rebounded by Dotzler. Up to Zybel. 1:45 left. Vikings lead 59-46. Howe with it. Over to Keller. Keller kicks it out. Zybel. Over to Howe at the top for 3. No good. Rebounded by Lang. Lang will be fouled and will head to the line for
Now
2 free throws.
Double bonus. Any foul they have here will at least give them a try for another 2 points.
Zybel with the foul there, his third of the game. Picking up all 3 of those fouls in the last couple minutes here. Lang, first free throw up and good. 1:27 left. 60-46 is your score. Vikings lead. Second free throw for Lang is up and no good. Rebounded by Dotzler. Dotzler up to Zybel. Zybel hands it off to Driscoll. Over to Keller. Keller over to Howe. Zybel now with it. Trying to drive right. Poked away by Lang. As they'll say, the ball will go out of bounds off of Lang. Tyler Banfield now checking into this one, replacing Anthony Lang. Referee timeout as one of them needs to fix their whistle as it looks like it broke. Howe now with it, over to Driscoll. Driscoll at the top, over to Zybel. Zybel trying to drive left and tries to, gets a basket, as they will say a Mount Horeb foul will be called. They'll say that it was on the shot. Kind of an interesting call there, as they kind of blew the whistle when he wasn't near the basket.
Yeah.
Took a few steps and then shot it. Got the basket, so Zybel now with the chance for a 3-point play.
Certainly an interesting call there. Not one that Mr. Nersheim appreciated.
Zybel at the line. Only free throw is good. Ziegler with it. Gets it into Jilks. Back to Ziegler. 1 minute left in this one. Score is 60-49. Vikings lead. Ziegler with it. As a foul will be called, Ziegler will head to the line for 2 free throws. Banfield now looking to check in for the Vikings, and Howe looking to check in for Waunakee. Foul is on Keller, his third of the game. First free throw from Ziegler is good. Lang coming out for the Vikings. Banfield and Lang kind of switching in and out every possession. Banfield in for the defense, Lang in for the offense. Ziegler, second free throw is up and good as well. 62-49 now the score with 52 seconds left. May bringing the ball up, guarded by Waller. May over to Keller. Keller hands it off to Howe. Back to Howe. 3 up, no good.
That's the end of that.
Sorry about that, folks. One of the players ran into our table and disconnected the board.
Yeah.
Sorry about that quick break. 27 seconds left in this one, 62-52 the score.
All right, we're getting a all okay from number 1 there. The one who crashed into the table.
Anthony Lang looking to inbound for the Vikings. 27 seconds left. Lang gets it to Ziegler. Ziegler will be fouled right away.
The Warriors have done a good job in closing this gap, which originally had been close to 20, then 16, and now it's dropped down to 10. Even though they have been consistently fouling, leading the Vikings to some easy free throws, we have not been consistently getting those. So it's very good that they've been able to get those. As I say that, Ziegler manages to make one of his free throws.
63-52 now the score. 25 seconds left in this one.
Ziegler gets ready for his last shot here. Up and in.
12-point lead now for the Vikings with 25 seconds left. Howell with it over to Driscoll in the corner. Over to Howell for 3. Up no good. Rebounded by Keller. Shot no good. Rebounded by Hanna, and a foul will be called. Foul is on May, his 4th of the game. Hanna going to the line for the Vikings as the Vikings look to send in all their subs for the rest of this one. Vikings up 12 with 14 seconds left. Hanna, first free throw, good. Ackerman, Paul Matthews, Zach Nelson, and Caden Thomas all look to check in.
The only player left, of course, is our free throw shooter here.
Hanna still on the court. 65-52 now your score with 14 seconds left. Hanna, second free throw up and good as well.
As 32 looks to inbound. Just rolling it into number 4. They're letting it bounce as it goes. Kick back to 32. And forward to 2 as he looks for a 3. Off the side of the rim. Back to number 1 looking for a 3. Shot again. Recovered by 3 under the hoop. And swatted out by the Vikings.
And with that, the Vikings will come out victorious against the Waunakee Warriors, 66-52. We'll be right back after a quick break for the Wisco Radio postgame show.
Rural Mutual Insurance, keeping Wisconsin strong.
The Jared Nelson Agency is a proud supporter of Viking athletics. Known as the top farm insurer in Wisconsin, the Jared Nelson Agency is also your source for commercial, home, auto, and life insurance. Call 437-4020 or stop by the office at 211 West Main Street, Mount Horeb, to protect what matters most.
Rural Mutual Insurance, keeping Wisconsin strong.
This is Wisco Radio.
And a welcome back to Mount Horeb, Wisconsin. Vikings coming out victorious 66-52 against Waunakee. Waunakee now 5-1 in conference. Vikings improved to 4-2. Evan, what do you think the Vikings did really well in this victory against Waunakee?
So certainly I'd say, as was in the beginning of the game, we really kept our stamina up like I said we would need to if we were going to clinch this in the second half. Of course, we really did keep that up. The energy in the crowd and the energy of the game and of the players, of course, was just absolutely amazing. As well as keeping them to the three-point line. We kept Waunakee, the Warriors, up to the three-point line and beyond as much as we could, and that seemed to be kind of the range of where they could shoot. Not many three-pointers made by the Warriors. A lot more was made by just push-ins and just driving to the hoop for layup. And, of course, our three-point game itself, Carter Jokes making some absolutely amazing three-point shots, knocking down a large percentage of his, of course, and making up a decent percentage as well of the total points scored in the game. So certainly, also with the admission of Charlie Fishback, that did seem to bring another kind of energy into the game, Colin. We seemed a little bit more excited, a little bit more happy to have another leading scorer back on the team after he's been gone for such a long time. I think this is a great win for the Vikings, a great underdog story, of course. And I hope that we can see this more often as we make our way into the playoffs here.
Yeah, just a great all-around game by the Vikings. Couldn't have done it much better. Coming out against Waunakee is good itself, but winning by that much is just even better. So I believe with that, we will wrap things up here. Thank you for tuning in tonight. I'm Colin Loger along with Evan Stange. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. And as always, go Vikings.